Okay, today's is called Slope-Intercept Form. All right, and that goes like this. I give you a slope, and I give you an intercept, and then you make me an equation. Okay, so let me show you this. Y equals 3x plus 2. I'm already recording. See the little numbers there? Okay, so that's your equation. Who knows where to find the slope? We were finding those slopes that we were like subtracting two numbers and doing the rise over the run. Where does it go? You know it? Say it. Close. Very close. False. You were closer the first time. I feel like we're getting that warmer game. Just 3 is correct. That is the slope. That's where the slope is. This 2, the other number up there, is something else. Y-intercept. So we got the slope, we got the y-intercept. All right, in a moment I'm going to change the equation. You just got to remember what's by the x, that's the slope. And the other number, that's the y-intercept. I'm going to show you on a picture what this looks like. So I'm going to take a second to pull up a graph here. Sorry, having technical difficulties pulling up a graph. There we go. And if I say, I'm going to graph this one, I need to have the y-intercept be 2. I'll pause for a second. All right, so this is the y-intercept. That's that spot. Do you get it's the y-intercept because this is the y-axis and that dot is touching right there? That's the y-intercept. What does the slope tell me? It tells me how steep the thing is. Kind of like that. How steep is it? It needs to rise 3 and run 1. That's how it's rise over run. I'm going to go put a 1 there and make you see that that 3 is really a 3 over 1. All right, I just put a whole bunch of stuff together there, and I'm going to see if you caught it. So what if I change this to 2x plus 7? Now what's the y-intercept? 7. So I start at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what's the slope? 2. But it's really 2 over 1. So I'm going to rise 2 and run 1. Do you see how I got to that spot? I went up 2 and over 1. All right. This is called slope-intercept form because it's got a slope and it's got an intercept. So it's called slope-intercept. Stay focused, please. All right. So that's the slope. That's the intercept. So if I give you this equation, y equals 6/5 x minus 10, it's more complicated looking, but it still tells you the slope, but it tells you the y-intercept. What's the slope? There's a slope and there's a y-intercept. Some of you said one and some of you said the other. Which one's the slope? That one is slope. That one's the y-intercept. So how about if we do backwards day, and I don't tell you the equation, I just say that the slope is 4, and the y-intercept is 6. Write me the equation. Did you know to start with y equals? Y equals, say it again. You got it. That's called slope-intercept form and equation. That was the main thing for today. Yes, it is 4 times x. That's true. All right. So, one more time. slope is going to throw a little curveball at you, is -1, and the y-intercept is 7. What's the equation now? Y equals -1 x plus 7. Good. Okay, then the last piece. And that is, what if I give you a picture and you have to tell me the equation just from the picture? Can you do that? Excellent. And here, I'm going to move this down here, and I'm going to move this up here. I don't even really need a line through it, because all I need to see is the rise and the run and the y-intercept, and that's all in those 2 dots. But I'm going to draw a line through it just because I feel like I should. It wasn't perfect, but I wanted to leave those dots so you could easily see them. Okay, so what do you think? All right, you got the numbers backwards, but you've got the right numbers. Y equals 3x, yes, because it has a rise of 3 and a run of 1. What's the y-intercept? It's rise over run. Rise over run. Somebody said 2, and they're right. See? Up 2. 3x plus 2. Yep, because you go up 1, up another 1. See, it's up 2. Yep, you count from 0. This side right there is 0, and you go up 2 spots. All right, now let's try one more time. This one is going to have a negative y-intercept. And it's going to go to there. And then I'll draw the line kind of around it so that I don't clutter up my points. If those 2 points are on my line, you should be able to tell me the equation. Come on now, you need to be good at this stuff. You are Americans. The Americans have to compete against the whole rest of the world. We want you to be good at base stuff like being able to read and write. This is the base stuff of math. You can do this. So we got a slope and a y-intercept. Jay, what do you think?
Is it y equals 2x plus -1?
You're really close. You did rise 2, but it also has to run something.
Oh, over 1.
It rises 2. I know this is really hard to read from where you are, but over 2. There you go. You had it. You just didn't quite finish the deal. And yes, you could reduce the 2x over 2 to just 1x. You get how 2 over 2 reduces to 1? It would have been okay to say this. Plus -1 also is the same as -1. All right. I know these are trickier than we have had in the past, but you really honestly have been going a little slow, and most of you have been catching it really well, but we got to speed up just a smidge and teach you a little harder stuff. So here's the last one for this until we get to the actual worksheet. Okay, I'm going to have this one go to there. This is what the homework is like, yes. And I'm about to hand the homework out in a second. So can you tell me, first of all, who's smart enough to notice something got different here? It's negative, yes. Good. So now, what's the equation? What's the equation for this? Come on, you can do this. Write the equation down. I'll come around and check you, and I'll tell you if you did it right. I'm going to pause for a second while I check. I'll tell you, I'll put you out of your misery of waiting. It's like this. Y equals. Is that rising or falling? So it's negative. And then how much does it rise? In this case, fall? 1 over how much does it run? 2. And then I got to say what? X, and then plus 2. All right. Good job. That's all I got for you for today.